I'm down for whatever, but I never fall. Whenever I need my soldiers, they there when I call. I'm never scared when it's time to lay my life down. I need some warriors to stand with me right now. Forget about the hate, I gotta stick to the plan. I pray to God every day to be a better man. With all this pressure, I'ma need to hold my own. I don't wanna do nothing.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm Arthur J, and this is my co-host Tori, and we back with another episode. Man, we here in another year, man.
Yes, sir.
2022, and you know it's a great feeling to know that you get another chance, you get another opportunity to make things happen.
Ooh, exactly.
You know,
you're right about that.
We're gonna get right into it, man. You know, it really falls into this episode. You know, this episode is mental illness, depression, loneliness. How do I get through this? Man, this is something. It's a very interesting topic because a lot of people suffer with mental health.
Yeah.
A lot of people suffer with depression, loneliness. You know, it's so overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people in life, they unaware of it. And this is where we get right into it. They unaware of that they suffering with this, and it's very heartbreaking that you see across the world, especially in our community.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, that's normal. You know, you'll be all right. Or you just going through it for the moment, or he just acting out, or she just acting out. When in actuality, bro, a lot of people are suffering with this,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna first start with. I want to time you right into this. I want to ask you, how do you feel about the Antonio Brown situation? We're gonna use that for an example and dive right into it, seeing what we all saw, and you know, just thinking that we have our opinion and we laughed and we joked and we all said what we said and said how we feel, but you know, could it be possibly that he suffering with mental health?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
When I first seen it, as you mentioned, yeah, it was funny. You know what I'm saying? To a standpoint that we never seen that happen in the professional sports, that a guy just takes off his, equipment mid-game and salute that he's out. But when you look at it farther, if you go deeper into it, it's like, dang, that wasn't normal. So what is this guy's really going through at the time? Like, what is his mental state? But the only thing that I don't too much like is, since we don't see things often, sometimes when things are at normal, we like to label people crazy. Sometimes they be right in their mind, they be sane and they just march by their own beat, but at the same time he can have a lot of things that's going on. So before we be so quick, the initial thing was to laugh, but once you start diving into it, it's like, man, I hope this brother's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of people laughing at the guy, but at the end of the day, who's actually in his corner, getting to know him and actually not condoning stuff. You have hanger-ons and who's actually in his corner, you know what I'm saying, man, hey, you need to tighten up, and not being a yes man,
Right.
like, and really loving him for him, and really want to go deep inside and say, man, what's really going on with you? And sometimes he might not have that. He might just have the yes man around him, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was different. So I just hope the brother mentally is okay, but
Absolutely, man. You know, that's the thing that I had to think about as time went on. It's just seeing that there's always two sides to every story.
Exactly.
There's always, you'll see certain things in life, and your first reaction is just be like, oh man,
what the heck?
yeah,
it's a shocker
he
first.
crazy or she crazy,
Yeah.
and you never really take the time to think that perhaps they suffering from mental health.
Yeah.
They suffering with something deeper than we really addressing, and that we really having a heart to just talk about and really just encourage people that, hey man, you have to really discover I'll say it like this, the unaware thing that you may be going through. You may be unaware of what you're going through.
Yeah,
is what I'm
exactly.
saying. And so and as time go on, you just hear different stories of why he reacted that way. You know, you hear the side from the coach, and then you hear the side
from
him, and it just make you just start thinking about what really happened, you know, versus just having the first natural opinion.
And one thing about him, I do, now that we talking and you mentioned something of how he's answering and how the league and the team is answering, and it's no accountability that's on his part. So I do believe something is going on up there, because it's pointing the finger. It's never him. You know what I'm saying? So he's pointing the finger and deflecting his own action, and he done that on team to team to team. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe he has something mentally going on, because he never really accept accountability for his own actions too. You know?
Right. That's a good word. You know, accountability. You know, you have to hold yourself accountable for your actions, and
trust me, I know that, brother.
when you are aware of something, then it's up to you whether you want to change or not.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to have that mindset, you know, that I want to you know, take it further than what I'm doing right now, as far as if I want to get help, or as far as I want to, you know, just grow and make a difference in what I'm doing, because the brother is talented. Very talented. When he playing, when he on the field, you know, I'm a basketball head, but
he's elite.
When it come down to football, I even noticed that.
And that's what keep, you know, we on it, but that's what keeps people giving him another chance, because at the end of the day, they bottom line is to win a championship, not his mental. You know what I'm saying? So if this guy could catch balls and help us win, we will overlook some things.
Yeah,
you know.
And I feel like that's just a great example of what we use in speaking on him, because when you look at the overall picture of a lot of people going through this, a lot of people, they'll do that. I remember seeing similar things to that, and just not knowing, you know, a guy who was at basketball court one time years ago, and the guy just started, you know, almost taking off all his clothes. And, you know, later on, one of the guys was like, man, you know, he didn't even use the word mental health, but I look back and I know,
what it was.
Yeah, it's like he had to be, and it was so strange, because before seeing that, I promise you, I never seen it. I never seen him act like that. I never seen it before, you know, in person, where somebody would do that, because they'll, you know, hold a normal conversation on the court. He balling out, you know, he going all out. He a skillful player, you know, was older than me, but to see that, it was like, man, this is, and then to think back now is real, and it's something that we have to really address, and we have to really just know that, you know, it's okay. And I'm gonna get right into this. I want to, before I get into this, it just remind me of a person that, you know, we talked about off camera, where or different people who was retired military. And they suffer with PTSD.
Yes.
And it just make me think about what they go through. That, like, a lot of people just overlook that, and they seen some things that a lot of us haven't seen. Even people in the hood, you know, they seen their homeboys or different family members, or just different people, or whether it's the ops or whatever the case may be, they seen murder all growing up. You know, for somebody to come out their door and see somebody's head get blown off and stuff like that, you can't tell me it's not a possibility that they not suffering with mental health. You know, it's a lot of things that people seen in the home and seen growing up that they really suffering with that, but they just was always taught to just, you know, keep it in the house, or brush it off, or like you say, when a boy is being emotional and he's crying, stop that crying. You know, they'll tell you, stop that crying.
That's something that we definitely have to get away from, because at the end of the day, that's our natural emotion. But since he's a male, young man, we always, you know, tell him, hey, stop crying, you know, but it's a natural emotion. And when that young man grows up and he find his mate or whatever, or he dealing with somebody, and they're like, oh, he's emotionless. He don't show his emotion because he has been brought up that way to shut up, stop crying, stop crying all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, we have to watch how we do that. We understand, stop crying all the time, stop being, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's still a human emotion. Right. We have to watch what we say to our kids, you know what I'm saying? Because later on, they could come up just closed in and thinking that's a natural thing, which is not. Yeah.
Right, man. And and what I want to get into after covering that is admitting that you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Admitting that, you know, I'm suffering with this. I'm suffering with mental health. I thought I was just okay, I'm just going through a phase. I thought I was just it ain't a big deal.
Yeah.
And a lot of times embarrassment,
Mm.
being shamed
Mm-hmm.
or feeling like somebody gonna pick at you or talk about you or look down on you.
Yeah.
A lot of different causes may be the reason why a person may not come out and speak about it or even seek to get help, which
Mm-hmm.
is we gonna get into later. But what are some of the things that you feel that a person have to get to a place, or that would help a person get to a place where, okay, I gotta admit that I have a problem.
Yeah.
Get into that place.
Well, first they have to know they have a problem. Some
Mhm.
people be in denial with things, you know what I'm saying? Because some people can't see things as they are because they're the ones going through it. Other people may could see it, but until that person acknowledge that she has a problem, that's the first step. You know what I'm saying? Knowing,
Right.
because if you don't know and you think that's normal, you're gonna continue in your daily routine,
Mhm.
which everybody around you might look at it like, man, what is going on with him or her? You know what I'm saying? So that's the first step. And then once you do acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying, or you make a mistake in depression, because we're talking about all that stuff. You have to be willing to take accountability and seek help. And you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a close friend, find somebody positive to talk to, you know what I'm saying? So you have to change your inner circle sometimes too, with more positive people that's not going to judge you off of some of your actions that you have made or some of the mistakes that you have made, and give you room to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you just talking about bringing up that you have an issue, and the people that you're talking to is judging you, sitting back judging you, and just keep blaming, hey, remember you did this, remember you did that, then that's not the positive thing that you need, because you need some reinforcement with some positivity. You already had the negative. Now, so just find yourself around people that could help you, that you can feel free to release anything that may be wearing you down, or feel free to speak the things that's going on in your head. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So, my thing is more be around more positive people, and we all know that energy. You know who's positive most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So find you somebody
Yeah,
positive to talk to.
you said something, man. You open it up a whole lot more, because when you have negative people around you, and especially if you're going through mental health, and or you depressed or lonely, that's the last thing you need in your life is somebody
Exactly.
who's negative and they just making you feel like you ain't gonna make it, or you ain't
Yeah.
gonna do this, or you ain't gonna never be nothing. You gonna feel like, well, I guess, because you're already
Yeah.
suffering with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But when you have somebody that has more strength than you,
Mm-hmm.
when you have somebody that your surroundings is positive and they full of joy and they feel full of laughter, it's something about when I be somewhere, whether I'm at work or whether I'm anywhere in my surroundings, I
Mm-hmm.
can lighten them up
Yeah.
by a joke or me
Yeah. Yeah.
doing a
Yeah.
dance. I always
Yeah.
be playing around by dancing or whatever, and or singing or just something, just playing around,
Yeah.
joking. You never know what a person is going through. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I realized in life, that you never know what they're going through. People have seen things in they homes growing up, and you get in conversations with some of these people, they really would show you that, man, I guess what I'm going through ain't as bad as what they going through, because there's
Yeah.
always somebody that's going through something way worse than you.
Yep.
So it's like, if you can have that, if you can have people around you that is enlightening you and uplifting you, man, that's a great start, a great
Mm-hmm.
push for you to, like you say, be aware of it. And once you admit that I have a problem, now it's like, okay, what am I gonna do about it?
Exactly.
What am I gonna
Learning
do about it?
from any issues that you might have been going on through. So just learning and moving forward into a positive, because everybody make mistakes. I don't care how everybody look at you, or like, because they not going through it now they perfect. Man, everybody go through something. So we quit to sit and point the finger, but at the end of the day, you keep moving forward and don't let people to make you depressed because you done something, or you acting out, or they not used to seeing you acting out. But just keep on moving, man. You know what I'm saying? Because people,
Right.
we know that's clickbait. People want to be popular, and the more drama you have, or the more people that can laugh at you, or whatever the situation is, it's the popular thing right now. But at the end of the day, we trying to be better. So we gonna keep on encouraging as we need encouraging out as men ourselves. So
we definitely do, man. We definitely do, man, because to go to our kind of speak a little bit about our community. I think to be honest, we bad at that, especially when it come down to seeking for help.
Mm-hmm.
When it come down to getting help, we bad at being in the what we're used to. We're used to just handling everything on our own, which is understandable. But at some point, it's beyond your control when your mind is just at that place where you need help.
Yeah.
It's like trying to lift something that can throw your back out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, you in the weight room. You work out every day. But bro, you need somebody to help you, because if you get hurt where you strain yourself so much to now you can't even go back to the weight room. I'm going somewhere with this. Then now you in a place where you worse than you was before. So it's okay to get that help.
Yep.
It piggybacks off of what we just said about having the right people around you. So when you reach out for that help, it won't be somebody that's gonna bring you down.
Yep. It's okay.
How do you feel about that, man? That's real deep right there.
Man, just speaking in our community, it's like when you open up sometime, or when people open up, they open themselves up to be vulnerable. They open up themselves for people to have an opinion. And if you have the wrong people, like we were saying, in your circle, then that becomes the joke. You're the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're actually dealing with stuff that's serious, but at the end of the day, it causes people to close in. Nah, I just handled it myself. You know what I'm saying? But I just want you to know, those who are listening or watching right now, it's okay to ask for help. Whatever you're going through, whether it's feeling lonely, or from depression, or mental, or maybe substance abuse, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay if you want to change and you notice that you have issues. It's okay to ask for help. Just be careful on who the people that you ask, or you know what I'm saying, you find you somebody that's positive. Protect the little energy, positive energy that you got, that to want to make that change. That's the first thing. You have something positive that you want to make that change, just kind of be mindful and protect that, and change up your surroundings from people that's negative, because that'll take the little positivity and make you stay right where you at, and and don't let nobody deter you from getting that help. And it's okay.
Absolutely, man. And whatever it takes for you to get help, for some people, me personally, I was raised off of Christianity. I know for me, my pastors, praying, asking God for guidance, and whatever it does for you, go for it. Don't just give up, never give out. Don't just feel like you don't matter. Don't feel like I got this. I don't need to seek help, because everybody get help in their own way. But what does it for me may not do it for Tori.
Yeah.
What do it for Tori may not do it for me. But whatever it takes for us to get help, I just want my brother and my sisters to get help. And if you know anybody that is going through that, encourage them that, like, man, don't be afraid to go get, like, let's talk about professional help real quick. Like, a lot of people in our community, I never grew up around hearing that being embraced, and especially in our community. Therapy and
mental,
all this.
you never heard that.
I do not knock that, brother. Even though I always grew up with faith in God and everything, which is definitely the number one, but it's what I was always taught is okay. It's just like being raised and seeing miracles happening. Okay, spiritual things. You never knock what the doctor order you to do. That's just common sense. Let's just let that breathe. Let that breathe. It's common sense. So whatever it takes for you to tap into what's going to help you, do it. Don't sit back and just brush it off or ignore it and just feel like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. No, this is not normal.
Yeah.
It's not normal that you're thinking or you're acting out the way you're acting out. And don't worry about nobody looking down on you, because can't nobody point fingers at nobody. Can't nobody look down on nobody. So, you have to take it upon yourself to know that you matter. You have to take it upon yourself to just know that, hey, whatever I got to do to get help, I'm gonna seek to get help, man.
Yeah.
What's some of the things that you feel like would be encouraging that a lot of people may feel like, well, maybe I shouldn't do that, but
I'm gonna touch on you saying, the professional help, or seeking doctors or getting medication maybe. I want to say everybody has a purpose, because we're speaking on all, what we believe in. I believe in everybody have a purpose. God put people on this place to be doctors, lawyers, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So sometimes while we're praying to him, he's sending you somebody to go talk to who that is their purpose, to help people. Be a doctor, help people, be a therapist, help people with their mental. So like right now it's the we're living the day of social media, or the internet in general, where it's so much information that we didn't have back in the days to seek these places. And if you're worried about costly, some places you have free places. You just have to do your just diligence and get into it to actually search the seek help. They have all kind of free help for your mental or anything that you may be going through. So I just say it's up to you, once you acknowledge it, to do the research, because some places can be expensive. We understand that, but it's some places that also cater to people who's less fortunate, that maybe can't afford the proper care and help and stuff. And just even if you're working, because a lot of people that's working, everybody ain't happy. They might be good at showing or closing that off at work because it's their personal business. But seek your job. You might have something in your benefits that actually helps you with talking to somebody or anything like that, So just do what you have to do to get through your normal day to day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
whatever it takes for you to do it, you have to put in the work. That's the key word. Put in the work, and we may not be able to have all the answers, but we have all the encouragement. I'm gonna say that again for the two people in the back that didn't hear me. We may not have all the answers, but we have all the encouragement. And that's what this episode is about. It's about just, encouraging somebody to who feel like they have failed and feel like they're a failure. Yeah. To know that, no, you matter.
And like I said, we live in our lives on camera, and we always say we're gonna give y'all the real. I'm going through something as we speak right now, but I have
Let's talk about
positive people, in my corner that's like, and I know, things happen, people, but you have to give people some things to make mistakes and go through stuff and make that change and want to make that change. But that's the difference between me and a lot of other people. I know those people that's in my corner, you know what I'm saying? So just try to find your corner. Try to find your ring mate. Like in boxing, they help you get through all the nits and bruises and help you fight that fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you need. You need you a good corner man or corner woman, period. You know what I'm saying? So,
a lot of people be in a bad space, Tori. They be, they, like I say, you see the topic, depression, loneliness, and they just feel like, I'm just stuck there. And you just, like I said, if nothing else, I want to just keep reiterating that to you, to anybody that's going through it or anybody that that's going through it, that, prayers to your family or you or your friend or whoever, because this is a real thing, man.
It is.
People be in a very bad space in that, I've never suffered with that. And I don't take that for granted, because it could be anybody,
Exactly, man. It could be
think about
anybody.
How many times we've been around somebody and we didn't know they was going through that. Think about the people that's in the viewers' life right now that they probably unaware that they going through that, or it may be them that's going through it and they probably unaware of it. And it's you have to embrace that and know that it ain't all about you. Sometimes you going through what you going through can help somebody else.
Exactly.
And them going through what they going through can help somebody else.
I love that, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I think we all can take from that, is that. That's why you here for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, if we get to a place in this world where we can just be an inspiration to many, many people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that would be different.
That's what testimony is about. Because you
Yeah.
be sitting there thinking you're the only one going through something. No. It's millions and millions of people across this world, across this globe that is going through similar situations, if not worse situations. And they made it out of their situations. And that's the biggest thing. You know, in big example, like you can get up out of whatever you're going through. And I want to just say this, bro, because at the end of the day, when you're sitting in loneliness and depression and mental and you're keeping it in, what's next? You hear those storylines of suicide. So if our job is to encourage one person, just one, man, we just want to keep getting to seeking help, man, because we don't want to wake up and see somebody we knew we probably just came across and see, oh man, this person committed suicide, and you sitting there like, I didn't know they was going through that. Or you making jokes on people that you don't know their situations. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep preaching that getting help and positivity, man, because we want everybody to make it through these years and have plenty more years to go, you know.
Lord forbid, you know, somebody pick at somebody or talk down on somebody, then you hear that they killed themselves.
Exactly.
You know, you got to live with that.
You got to
so
live with that.
So anytime I see things, I've learned over the years, anytime I see things that seem abnormal, I really take the time to just say a prayer for them or just hope for the best for them. Or if I'm close enough that I can say anything, just encourage them like, you know, hey, you know, you the man or you the woman. I say that time to time, and I'm sure some people who I may randomly say that to, they don't know why I'm saying that, because I be feeling like I don't know what they going through. They may seem like they all smiles and jokes, but I don't know what they going through. I want them to know that you matter.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that we don't have enough people saying that around the world on social media, just enough encouragement. We all like to be entertained. We all like to laugh.
We all like to laugh.
It takes time like this where people got to really just tap in and just understand that, you know, people need that encouragement. They need that boost to carry on, because I want everybody to make it. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to smile. I want everybody to have joy. I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
And we learn from it, man. You know,
I'm gonna keep my joy because God gave it to me, and nobody else could take that away from me.
That's real.
That's how I feel, you know. But I'm strong enough to, and you're strong enough to believe in that.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? So
that's right, man. You know, and like I said again, we just gonna keep encouraging. You know, we just hope that people take something from this episode and know that you know, the best is yet to come, and know that you matter, and know that you're here for a reason, and know that you can really use your situation and flip it, and make it bigger than people ever thought it could be. You know, imagine somebody who you see suffering with mental health, they make a drastic change, and you be like, man, I'm going through this. If they can get through this, that I can get through this. That's why it's so important to don't give up, because you giving up, it didn't save that young kid's life that needed you to not give up.
Yeah.
So he or she could be like, I can make it. I can be somebody. Can you imagine how so many rappers, real quick, I'm gonna say this, in so many different situations that we saw over the past year, showing more positive things, where they'll be like, man, if they can get money and still have that image and still not forget where they come from, but they really changed their life, where they in a mode where they're showing that it's better than all this other BS that we be doing. You know, but it's getting to that place where you have to, you know, really be that way.
I want to say this real quick, but and mental health don't care if you're rich, poor, you're black, white, gay, straight. It don't happen, because we done seen it mental happen at all kind of levels, whether you have money or you don't, whether you're rich or whether you're poor or whether you're straight. So it don't have no variance on mental health. Yeah,
man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. We can go all day, man, but like, share, comment, subscribe.
Exactly.
You know, this is Arthur J and Tori TV, and we love y'all, man, and know that you matter, and know that the best is yet to come, and don't give up. Until next time. Peace.
I hate the feeling that I get when I wanna quit. Keep my composure when a hater say something slick. Talking 100 when you don't keep it 50. I see the fake every time you hanging with me. You say you straight, but your actions showing different. Why should I